What's up, North County? I'm your host, Randy Doty, and we are talking Christmas craft fairs, Christmas holiday bazaar with Kelsey Kaler Hazelton and Wendy Lewis.
Nice
Welcome.
to be here.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys have well, first let's back up. So we got a holiday bazaar craft event coming up.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And you have, Kelsey, you have partnered with Echo Shelters.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yeah, we've partnered with Echo for the past 5 years. We try to find out each year what their needs are because those kind of vary a little bit. But we definitely accept bedding, sleeping bags. This year they need towels. So anything that the community wants to bring and donate to Echo, the event is to benefit them. So we definitely support them.
And Wendy, so by having like these events and people putting on these events and benefit, Echo's benefiting, how does that make you feel? How does that, work into what you guys already do?
Yeah, well, especially heading into the holidays, right? It just helps us get in the holiday spirit and then take what's raised. And there's a financial donation as well, which is amazing. We're able to take that and support the families and the kids so they can have a special holiday. So I'm just really grateful to Kelsey and the Bazaar for choosing Echo again. And it's just a great event. And Kelsey goes all out and people will find what they want, what they're looking for if they come to the Bazaar.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then real quick, just want to give you a shout out. Congratulations.
Oh, gosh.
So, your award. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. That was
very deserving. So
that was
awesome.
a big honor. Women of North County 2023, and it was a great honor, but it brought so much visibility to Echo and the work we're doing that I was grateful to receive it, but also for what it brought to the organization that I love.
Awesome. So Kelsey, tell me about what you have going on. So this is your 8th year.
It's my 13th year helping at the Bazaar. I used to help a friend of mine. She's still there. She brings homemade jams, jellies, biscotti, all kinds of homemade goods called Taste of Heaven. So I used to help her and help organize it as a co-host. Myself running it, I've ran it for about 8 years. This is the first year I'm being brave and having a booth myself and running it. So I'm double fist
dipping.
full of joy this year.
Of your energy.
Yes. So it's a big to do. We have the most vendors we've ever had in the 13 years of its existence. We have 30 vendors this year. So we're inside, outside, patio, covered, not covered. We have a couple that have decided to brave it, hoping for no rain. But it's a free event, and honestly, if you get this many vendors in one location, there should be an admittance fee. I mean, you look at Cowgirl Christmas, they charge a lot to just go in and look. You don't even have to buy anything. Here, you can bring your money, support Echo, give a donation, and also buy some really cool handmade items by our community. So it's Shop Small Saturday also. So support all the local small businesses. And there's a huge variety. I'm making fused glass. So I'll have plates, ornaments, all kinds of new goodies. That's kind of my new hobby. There's a boy who is a Boy Scout, and he actually makes tied keychains and raises money to take himself on a youth group trip every year. So him and his mom have a booth, and he does woodworking. There's candles. There's freeze-dried candy this year. That's a brand new one that a couple of kids and a friend of mine are making it.
Candy.
It's a trend.
It's like a new thing, and it's really good. So if you think of a Skittle, right? The hard is out. The outside is hard and crunchy, and then you get the soft inside. Well, when you freeze dry it, the inside gets hard and crunchy, and it pops out. So it looks like a clamshell almost, and the Skittle inside is out, and it's really good. So you'll have to come try it. But there's knit stuff, there's table runners, there's all kinds of stuff at the Bazaar. We have a Mary Kay lady, we have a lady that makes homemade greeting cards. The variety is huge. I just really hope our community comes out to support one another and just come browse, come enjoy the day. We'll have some Christmas music going. Made that mistake a couple years, didn't have any music, but now I got my Michael Bublé, my Pentatonics, my Amy Grant CD, so we're all ready. We're all in the spirit. Even brought out my Christmas shirt today before Thanksgiving. I know we're not to Thanksgiving yet, but we're ready. We're in the spirit.
I mean, if you're talking like, store standards, they started like Halloween. In July,
I know.
So, but that's cool. And these vendors, these are all local people?
All local people. I was talking to somebody the other day that said a lot of the Cowgirl Christmas people, they come from Texas, they come from New York, they come from all over for Cowgirl Christmas. Ours is a free event, and it's all local people. So I know
Making their crafts, or
just making money for their families for the holidays. And I know with What's Up North County, you guys always support local and are good people of the North County. So definitely, I hope everybody comes out to support us and Echo. It's a huge benefit to them too. So it's awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Wendy, what are some of the items that you guys for Echo is really in need of right now?
Most need of right now? Well, obviously we're heading into winter, starting to get really cold, and so we try to support people and keep them safe with heavy jackets or men's clothing. We really need men's clothing right now. Women clean their closets out a lot more than men, and so for the men we're serving, we can use new socks, we can use towels for our shower program. We raise things for the kids for the holidays. We fill every child we're serving, we fill their wish list, so they have a special holiday that we're trying to keep them safe during their time of need and when they're struggling. And so we just really love the community, and it's we are providing hope and getting people back into housing. I'm so proud to share that this year so far we've helped the most people in our history get back into permanent housing. 163 individuals and families are housed because of our resources, but the community makes it happen. So yeah, it's
awesome.
Eric, cue that applause.
Yeah, and so and when we went there and did you remember Austin gave us a little tour of the facility in Atascadero, the campus in Atascadero, which I always say it was completely different than what I imagined. So I imagined something completely different, and it was the complete opposite in a good way. Honestly.
It's like a giant home there. You just feel like
it is.
It could be community. No matter who was in there. It feels like
Right.
You're all in a hard place, but you're one big family there for each other, and that's really the bond that everybody is. Whether they're workers like Austin and Wendy, or if they're people that are getting their services, it's community, it's family.
And so, Wendy, real quick. So while we're talking about Echo and this and that, give me a little bit of a description of what Echo is, so somebody doesn't like I said. I mean, before I met you in Austin, I didn't know what Echo was, and my perception of homelessness was completely different than
what's actually out there.
Exactly. So
and that's not uncommon, right? People think of shelters and they envision kind of a scary place, maybe bed after bed after bed, and people coming just getting a meal, sleeping in the bed, and leaving in the morning. And Echo is the opposite of that, right? We are a home-like environment, like Kelsey. So you walk onto our campuses and we have the garden, we have playgrounds, we're serving children. People don't realize that Echo serves children, and the children are unhoused. And so it is just an environment of support. But our program is what makes it special. It's not just a bed for the night. It is a 90-day program where you have that home, you have that stability, you have all of the resources you need to get back into housing. So if you're 18, we're going to teach you how to write a resume. We're going to get you some clothes to go for your first interview. We're going to teach you those basic life skills. That's going to be so different than if you're a 75-year-old, you have a health crisis. Right. We're not going to try to get you back employed. We're going to try to get you the stability you need to find the housing you need. So it is very, very different. I'm just grateful you came out and you got to see it for yourself, and you're able to message this out, because it does. It feels like a giant home. You walk on our campuses, and no matter who you are, you're treated the same way. You're treated with respect and empathy and a smile, and it really just takes that connection, that bond, to get people back into services and back into housing.
And you guys are able to do that with, like I said, like the partners, like this, that put on events, like the Holiday Bazaar coming up for the shelter, and for what it costs to house these people.
Yeah, we're housing, we're feeding, we're providing the supportive resources that are going to get them back into permanent housing. And that, I got a question the other day. There's like, oh, well, you've helped a record number, 163, but how many are staying housed? And I was so proud to share the data that out of those 163, 90% will stay housed, because we keep supporting them. It's not, now we're done with you. We keep supporting them to keep them housed. So yeah, just really grateful for you guys and helping us get the message out and the bazaar, and yeah, just encourage people to go out and support what an event that Kelsey's put on, and you'll find something for yourself or for a holiday gift.
And another thing that's really cool that Echo does every year is the Empty Bowls event. So it's always, isn't it usually in spring?
April.
And it's funny because I remember thinking a couple years ago, you know, you're waiting in line to pick out this handcrafted bowl that a lot of them are made by local small people, small vendors, small potters, and you pick out your handcrafted bowl and you know, sometimes it's cold. There was one year a couple years ago, it was raining and it was cold, and it just sitting there, and as you're sipping your soup and enjoying the company, you're just realizing, wow, like I am so grateful to have an apartment. I'm grateful to have clothes on my back and a job. And, you know, it's another event that they put on that really makes it go full circle and makes you realize what can we do, you know, to give of ourselves that are more fortunate to help those that might be going through a tough time.
So Kelsey, going back to the Holiday Bazaar event, which is November 25th, right?
Saturday, November 25th.
So the day after
the
weekend after Thanksgiving.
Right.
So that's considered Friday's Black Friday or something. And then Saturday is shop local,
small business
Saturday.
Yep.
And so which tell us again which facility it's in Paso. It's at the church.
It's at the Trinity Lutheran Church on Creston Road. So as you pull into the driveway, either way that you pull in, because there's a couple different driveways, it's directly behind the church. So there's a big brick building that's the church, and then it's right behind there. Luckily this year we have about 8 vendors that have taken the patio and the outside area. So you're actually going to be able to see, you know, where it's at, because most of the time everybody's inside, hoping for no rain, but we can always use the rain. So it is what it is. But yep, right back there, there'll be signage out. There's a big banner out in front of the church right now that says Holiday Bazaar. That'll be up until the day of. Just really hoping our community comes out, you know, consider bringing some towels for Echo or a monetary donation. We'll have a lockbox there that Wendy will pick up after the event.
And you also have a box there, or a something where somebody can bring a toy or you know, clothing or
last
towels.
year Wendy got some really awesome big blue totes, and they say Echo right on them. I'll have them probably up near the entrance, so that way people can drop them off and then, you know, have their hands free to go browse and shop. So
and some of those items can be gently used too. So towels can be gently used, a sleeping bag can be gently used, you know, even your clothes, right? Some of us are changing out our jackets as it gets colder, and we're like, if your jacket is still what you would want to give to a friend, then we will gladly accept it and give it to someone who needs it to stay warm.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, ladies, thanks again for coming on the show.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, for sure. Wendy, thank you for what you do.
Appreciate
Kelsey,
it.
thank you for partnering with them.
Absolutely.
And doing this.
It's my favorite, one of my favorite events of the year.
Yeah, and you're going to be one of the vendors there, so you're going to be in the grind.
It's my first show, so we'll see. It's brand new. I'm not an expert artist or anything, but we'll see.
But that's the cool thing about like these shows, these craft shows. People make them. You know, it's coming from their heart, you know, their own hands, and, you know, they're proud of it. And, you know, there's a lot of cool things that you could run across that, you know, unique. You know?
And that's like my friend that does the canning, you know, most of her recipes, she also has some killer homemade almond roca. Everybody has to come check that out. But a lot of, you know, those type of arts of actually making stuff with your hands, a lot of that's gone away, you know, but when you get a homemade, you know, jar of jam that somebody's actually, you know, squeezed the pomegranates themselves and made the jam, it means that much more giving it away as a gift too.
Awesome. So tell us one more time when, where, and the details.
Saturday, November 25th, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., Trinity Lutheran Church on Creston Road in Paso, in the Fellowship Hall, which is directly behind the church. And consider coming to support and shop small Saturday and support Echo.
And it's a free event.
And it's free, totally free to the public.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Kelsey, thank you again.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Wendy, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it, guys. Make sure you guys check them out. November 25th, small Saturday, shop small Saturday. Man, that's a tough one.
It's a mouthful.
Right there in Paso Robles on the 25th from 9 to 4 p.m.
Yep.
Get out there and get your crafts, get ready, and get in that shopping spirit. Yep. We will see you at the Holiday Bazaar.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Hi, welcome to Kennedy Club Fitness, where we have something for everyone. We have weights, cardio, group exercise classes, racquetball, basketball, swimming, and pickleball coming soon. Here at Kennedy, we're committed to health, wellness, and community. Stop by any of our 4 locations: Paso Robles, Atascadero, San Luis Obispo, and Arroyo Grande, or check out our website at kennedyclubs.com.
We don't just serve it up, we roast it, distill it, brew it, craft it, crank it, bake it, make it, perfect it, cure it, paint it, live it, breathe it, and then we serve it up, all in Atascadero.
Hi, this is Dave Story, small game hunter with Story Termite and Pest. We're a full-service termite and pest control company. From rodents to termites, we can take care of all your pest control needs. Call today, we can tailor a pest control program that will meet your needs and budget. Contact us at 805-460-0650 or at storytermite.com. Remember, we don't have customers.